Hi, everyone. Welcome back to All Kinds of Advice, the podcast where we explore various celebrity gossip and news. So, for today, we have an intriguing celebrity story that presents an opportunity for reflection and personal growth. So, let's dive right in. So, in the world of celebrity gossip, we're going to be focusing today on Cardi B, who recently made headlines with her candid remarks about her marriage to Offset during a Twitter Spaces chat. She boldly expressed that if her husband were to violate their wedding vows, she would have no problem filing for divorce and moving on to another wealthy individual. While this may seem like a provocative statement, there are lessons to be learned from Cardi B's approach. So, in terms of a lesson to be learned, one valuable lesson we can draw from Cardi B's story is the importance of setting boundaries and standing up for ourselves. It takes courage to voice our needs and expectations in a relationship. By clearly communicating our boundaries, we establish a foundation of respect and mutual understanding. So, for some of you that may not know what's the fiasco that's happening as it relates to Cardi B and Offset, I'm going to, as always, give you a bit of background information. So over the weekend, while I was enjoying my weekend, minding my business, drinking my water, I came across this story, which a lot of you may have as well, where Tasha K broke the story of Offset having a mistress, allegedly from 2013. So he's been cheating with this particular woman. It on Cardi B. That's pretty much what she broke out. Offset is cheating on Cardi B, regardless of the fact that, he is married and taken. So Cardi B, when Tasha K broke this story, Cardi B fired back and stated, if her hubby were to violate their wedding vows, which is Offset, she'd have no problem filing for divorce and moving on to any like another individual that was wealthy and rich, just like her husband. So I disagree with her. I know I did listen to some video snippets of her being very like she seemed very, I know she is a confident person, but when Tasha K broke this story and the Twitter and Instagram spaces were buzzing and people were talking, she's kind of making it seem like she's not phased that news broke out that her husband has been cheating and allegedly sneaking this woman in their home. She's acting like, I don't give a damn. Like, if he cheats, if he breaks our marriage vows, I will gladly divorce him and move on to somebody else. Like, you breaking this story, what are you trying to accomplish? You breaking this story, what is this gonna do for me? You breaking this story, what's gonna happen? Like, like nothing is gonna happen. I don't give a damn. Like, she was kind of putting off that type of vibe. Like, do what you want to do. Y'all could talk whatever you want to talk. I don't care. I will gladly divorce this man. Like, what it is. Like, what the hell? Like, that's kind of like how she was behaving. But I feel like it's a facade. I feel like in the past, I don't know if it was like two or three times, stories broke out that Offset, her husband, cheated with different people. And, of course, they did break up and separate a couple times. But, she even went as far one time to file a divorce, but it didn't finalize because they obviously worked things out and they got back together. But I feel like she's saying like she'll go on to someone else. I feel like it's a facade because it's like I'm looking at the story like, listen, baby girl, like, I love Cardi. I'm like one of her biggest fans, but I have to be truthful at the end of the day and not sugarcoat the reality of this. The way I see it, if you were gonna leave your husband, you would have left the first time he cheated. Like, there's some individuals out there, they do not, for whatever reason, they don't care like how much money the person has, they don't care how much like whatever status the person has. If the person cheats on them, they're not going to give them a second chance. So Cardi putting on this facade like, oh, I'm just going to leave him if he cheats. I'm not going to put up with that. You've put up with that on like, I guess two different occasions, maybe three, but I think it was like two occasions it came out that he cheated. So I do feel sorry for her. No one should be cheated on. Obviously does not deserve that, or no one deserves to be cheated on. But her coming online and saying like, "I will just leave. It's not a big deal." She hasn't left in on many different occasions, and that could be for a variety of reasons. It could be like, of course, they have the children. With a divorce, it's a lot of paperwork, and if she wants to work it out with her husband, that's her choice at the end of the day. We are not here to judge. But the fact that she came online and was fronting like, I will leave him like quicker than, it takes for ice cream to melt from a snow cone. I don't feel like it's easy for her to leave her husband. We see in the media, she loves her husband. And I don't blame her. It's a marriage, they obviously exchange vows. Like it's hard for her to like walk away from this situation. But I feel like she has to dig deep into herself and figure out what she really, really wants. And in relation to this, it's all about self-respect and what you will tolerate and what you will not tolerate. Because Sweetie is a perfect example of this. Like she came out in the media and, she kind of hinted that Quavo cheated on her, and she was like, I'm not staying in this. Like, I respect myself enough. I don't want to share my relationship with anyone. I believe in monogamy. And she bounced. So, Sweetie is kind of like um, she's preaching like this self-respect type of thing. And, she didn't just preach it, like she's like living in that. She's like, yeah, I broke up with him how many years ago? I did not stay in that. So Cardi just has to find like within herself what she wants to do, whether she wants to go counseling to slowly, perhaps divorce Offset. I think that would be the best thing. But I feel for now, she may feel hurt and she's just putting on a facade. That's how I feel that she's doing. And to make, matters worse and to really put on this picture of fronting, this is one of the statements that she mentioned online when I was, listening to that video snippet. She said, I don't be outside like that. So when I do be outside, these ball players, these rappers, and these dudes, they see me and their voices start trembling. They be nervous because I'm a bad bee. You don't got that. I got that. So I got the sense of like she was kind of showing off, like kind of like Beyonce irreplaceable. Like I could find another person in a minute. Like I feel like she was kind of fronting on Offset, kind of like saying like you do you. You want to cheat? There's other like wealthy individuals out here that will, kind of cuff me up in a minute. Like I'm not worried. Like I'm not gonna be one of those people that nobody's not gonna not want. Like she's kind of like showing off on him. Like I could do better than you. I could upgrade from you. Like don't let it get to your head. Like I am Cardi B. Like don't come for me. Like I can leave you. Just remember who you're dealing with. I feel like she's trying to front on her husband in that sense. And then the only thing I didn't like is that she said it's like she's kind of telling like I don't know if it's her fans or her haters, you don't got that. I got that. So she's trying to kind of say like I'm better than y'all. Like, I'm rich, I'm sexy, I'm beautiful. A lot of men are going to want me, but some of y'all don't are not beautiful. Some of y'all don't have that status. Some of y'all don't have that type of money. So you can't compare um Cardi to yourself. Like I feel like, fronting on people in that sense. And I feel like even though your haters are coming after you, I don't feel like you should do things where you're sort of belittling other people or putting other people down. The issue is your husband is allegedly cheating on you. The issue and working things out and communicating your feelings, it should be that energy should be focused towards your husband rather than coming online and trying to tear people down. And I do get like she's probably hurt. This has happened more than once. It's kind of similar to the Tristan and Chloe situation in a sense, where it's like you forgive this person and they continue disrespecting you, showing you time and time again that they don't respect the relationship. So I think any negative energy should be focused on her husband. And of course, like not like overly treating him bad, but working it out with him and going counseling and figuring out the root of the problem or the root of the cheating that's happening time and time again. And then she did also say as well, because she was going off. It's like she was on a rant. She said, "So every time you try to bring turmoil to my marriage, I'm just saying, y'all know what's gonna happen next. We're gonna get a divorce, and people are gonna be mad nosy and mad happy. I'm gonna make an album, and people are gonna want to hear the album because of it." So I disagree with this statement of people bringing turmoil to her marriage. No one is bringing turmoil to your marriage. A marriage is usually, especially the marriage between Offset and Cardi, it's a monogamous relationship. It's between the two of them. It's not like they're in a polygamous relationship. So no one else can bring turmoil to your marriage. Yes, they can gossip, negative energy can be thrown at you, but it's your husband that's causing these problems at the end of the day. So as I mentioned, like, you need to talk to your husband as to why these things keep happening over and over again. It seems kind of like she took the approach of blaming other people for the stuff that's happening in her marriage. No, 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 honey. It's not anybody outside of your marriage. It's the person that you're actually with that's embarrassing you time and time again, unfortunately. And then again, I do feel sorry for Cardi B because I am a fan of hers. I do love her, but I don't feel like she should blame other people for things that are happening in her relationship. Tasha K broke the story. Tasha K is a media outlet. She brings up gossip and news about celebrity. That's her job. That's what she does for a living. So she's not trying to bring turmoil to your marriage in that sense. I do agree that she did bully her, unfortunately, in the past, but I feel like her job is to bring the celebrity gossip, and of course she has to do that in a respectful way, and she can't be vindictive. I wish that you know she shouldn't be like that. I do agree that if you're going to talk about celebrities or say things about them, you don't have to be vindictive. But then again, at the same time, she shouldn't be blaming other people for the demise of her relationship with Offset. And then it seems that, Cardi was going on a rat, as I said, out here in these streets. Like, she was ready, to tell her opinions, of how she felt that the story broke out that Offset was cheating on her. But Offset, on the other hand, took a different approach. He did not come on, online on Twitter or Instagram Spaces and was combative or anything like that. He was kind of doing a more subtle approach to all of this gossip that unfolded. He was being very nonchalant, like kind of don't care in my opinion. He even online, like he even put, like, when Cardi was going on this rampage, he it looked like he responded, and he did like I think it was like a crying emoji or a laughing not a crying emoji, a laughing emoji. He did that. And then he even made a comment, fly like a bird. So it seems like, he's taking this whole situation as a joke. It doesn't seem like he really respects his relationship with Cardi. And that's unfortunate. Cardi is talented. She is a beautiful woman. She's also very sexy, in my opinion. So it's unfortunate that, Offset does not seem to be taking the relationship seriously, because if a story broke out of you allegedly cheating on your wife, you shouldn't be on Twitter or Instagram, writing subtle comments or treating the situation as a joke. You should be in quiet, in like quiet space, communicating with Cardi, apologizing to Cardi. And he may have been doing that, offline, but I don't feel like he should have came online and, responded in any type of manner. He should be offline trying to figure out if how he's going to save his marriage, perhaps do some counseling, really show her that he's sorry, maybe even buy some flowers like he's done in the past, but really, really take it seriously. And I don't feel like, he is taking it seriously, in my opinion. And then she did make another comment. She said, another rich individual, she used something more explicit, but we're not going to mention it. Another rich individual is going to cuff me, and what will be the point that you all are trying to make? What do y'all be trying to accomplish when you keep bringing up my husband? A breakup, and then what? You're going to be sick of me because you're going to see me live my best life. Everybody wants single Cardi. And I think that at the end of the day, I don't think anybody wants, obviously, for her to break up with her husband. I think, fans and people that support her, they want her to be happy and they want her to be in a relationship where, her spouse is going to respect her marriage. Her spouse is not going to be coming out in the media every single year for a cheating allegation. They want the best. Like, she's looking at it like everyone is trying to create some sort of turmoil. Everyone is happy that, when she breaks up with Offset, like she feels as though people want to see her downfall, which some people may want to, but I think her true supporters really want to see, Cardi happy at the end of the day. That's how I look at it. And then, so I'm going to share with you guys some of the things that people were mentioning online as it relates to this situation. Somebody said, as a millionaire, she's so easily bothered by strangers. It's weird. And I think I do agree with that in some to a certain extent, because every single time I feel like she has calmed down a lot. She was doing it more in the past, but I feel like sometimes when people come online and they say something about Cardi, yes, it's good for her to defend herself, but certain things you kind of have to take the Beyonce approach and just keep working hard. Put up music, focus your energy on something else. Like, people are going to say good and bad no matter what, and I feel like she needs to learn to just take a back seat and be like, you know what? I'm just going to live my best life. If they're going to talk, let them talk. And when people see that you're not easily bothered, they're going to move on to something else. They're going to move on to something else. So I think she needs to learn to just let haters talk and let them do whatever they want to do and focus on her music and any other things that she has, that's like any endorsements or anything else that she has going for her. She needs to focus on that and stop giving, the haters so much attention. So I do agree with that particular statement. And then someone else says, Cardi is playing into Tasha's hands, LOL. The more she fires back at Tasha, the more clout she gets. She already got a spot and wilding out. Just wait. Cardi is going to get Tasha into a syndicated show of her own. And I do agree. Like, she gives Tasha a lot of publicity. Tasha already owes you like so much money. You already won the defamation lawsuit against her. Just keep living your best life. Put out your second album. Fans are wanting to get a second album from you. Focus on making music and leave it alone. Like, leave all this negative energy alone, and just carry on with your day. Like, you're rich, you made it. Like, so many people would um kill to have your spot. Like, continue to live your best life and focus on, your career, your musical career, and just leave negative energy by the wayside. That's how I kind of look at it in that sense. And it seems as though Cardi B and Offset, they were kind of taking some shots at each other, because Offset did come back online and he did mention that his wife cheated on him. Cardi, I think, did come online after and said he meant to say, if my wife cheated on me. But I feel like, okay, you're gonna type something, at least read it over before you type it, because you're putting this into the public view where people are going to look at whatever you post and scrutinize that, and they're going to scrutinize your relationship even further. But he came online, which is like, I feel like gaslighting, and he said that Cardi cheated on him, and then Cardi is not going to keep quiet, because as I said, she always tries to like respond to things rather than taking the Beyonce approach. So she came back online after he said that she cheated on him. She came back online and she said, first of all, let me say, you can't accuse me of all the things you know that you are guilty of. And then she said, "Sing it with me, y'all," because it is a line from Keisha Cole's song. I believe that's called "Cheated." And I see that it is easy for you to blame everything on me. She's like, "Yes, honey." I'm like, I when I was like reading that, I was thinking like, I wonder if this whole shenanigans that's happening, if this is for clout or if Offset really cheated on her. I feel like, do they have projects that are coming out soon and they're sort of, this is kind of like a fake scandal? That's what I was thinking, because it seems like they're kind of going back and forth with each other. And at the end of the day, what they should really do, if this is real and this is not a stunt, they should sit back with each other and work it out. If they feel like they can't work it out and they need to separate, then obviously get a divorce. But I feel like coming back and forth online, throwing shots at each other, is allowing people to scrutinize your relationship even more, is allowing fans to go into a frenzy where people are like, "Oh my God, Offset cheated on Cardi, and oh my God, Cardi got her lick back because she also cheated back on Offset." Like, deal with your issues, privately, behind closed doors. Like, I'm sure there's lots of people where they get cheated on and we never hear about it. Like other celebrities, their spouse cheated and they never come online. The story never came for within the media, and they sort of deal with issues behind the scenes. Like, I feel like that's the best thing that Cardi and Offset should do for their relationship, in my opinion. And then she even, to take matters even further, she said, "Listen, y'all, don't pay attention to that country man." She was telling him like, "Don't play with me." I think, people forget like I'm Cardi B. So again, she's, heightening herself, kind of pushing it out there like she's super confident. But again, it could be a facade. It could be that she's so hurt about all of these, things that are unfolding in the media about her marriage, that she's putting on this front like, "I'm super confident. I am that B. Like, what you gonna do?" Like, I feel like it's a facade in a sense, and I feel like she is hurting because at the end of the day, a cheating scandal, anyone's gonna hurt. If anyone tells you they're not hurt that someone cheated on them, you kind of have to take that with a grain of salt, in my opinion. But I just found it funny, that she's saying, "Don't pay attention to that countryman." And it's like, that countryman is your husband, sweetie. Go behind closed doors and work it out. But yeah, this is, the tea was hot on this one. Obviously I do want the best for Cardi. I want her to, put out her second album. I want her to be happy within her love life. But I had to come on and tell, the actual true of my interpretation as it relates to their relationship on a whole, and this whole cheating scandal. I had to give like my 2 cents. I was contemplating whether I was going to do the story or not, but then it kept coming up on my radar, and I was like, "There's no way that I could pass this story. I have to talk about this. The tea is extra hot on this one." I hope y'all got your wine on this one because it was extra extra spicy. I had a lot of fun recording this for you guys. So for anybody that, did not hear of the story, allegedly Offset cheated on Cardi B, and then allegedly Cardi also cheated back on Offset, and it's a messy, sticky situation. But that's all for today for All Kinds of Advice podcast. Let me know what you think about this revolving drama in the comment section below. I would love to get a discussion going. Let's keep it fun and spicy. Do you feel that Offset actually cheated on Cardi B? Do you feel like Cardi B got her lick back and cheated on Offset? Let me know what you guys think. But I'll see you guys on the next episode. Ciao. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Bye.